Responsible for committing any mistakes. And everybody watches you. Today you are the leaders of the whole world.
जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को प्रणाम करके बंधन लेंगे। महामंत्र। हम सभी श्री माता जी की अमृतवाणी सुनते हुए ध्यान करेंगे।
I find it difficult to express my joy and gratitude for all of you to come down here, especially to express the thankfulness towards Austrians who have arranged this beautiful spot for all of you to come for this puja. One thing is that Austria has never given me any problem. Like in the center, always standing in the right path, taken to wisdom, helping every way possible to solve the problems of other nations. As I said that it is standing between the two extremes in geography, in the same way it is very much so, as if it was fed up with the aggressiveness on one side and the depressiveness on the other side. It has never caused any problem of any one of them going to the right or to the left too much. No member has done that. It's remarkable. So give them a hand. Yes, yes. Translate in what?
Oh. In which language? Shri Mataji a dit que l'Autriche est un pays qui ne lui a jamais causé aucun problème. C'est un pays entre l'Est et l'Ouest, qui est au centre et qui s'est toujours employé à aider les autres nations dans sa vie.
Use this also. Now, the word Austria, I don't know from where it comes, but astra in the Sanskrit language means the weapon. And if the weapon has to give you problem, then how are you going to fight? How are you going to use? It has to keep its balance and its blade clear. Every other country and the members of those countries must try to understand how Austrians have been so sensible, so wise, and not deviating, not causing problems. I can ascribe it to only one thing. That is, they have learnt their lessons. They know what it is to go to the right or to the left. And that they are extremely sincere about keeping themselves on the right path. Actually, we have very great Sahajogis in every country, no doubt, individually. But collectively, what we find that in every country there are problems with individuals, and suddenly they come up with problems. And they have no shame about it. Suddenly they express themselves as a problem, as if it has some sort of a significance. In their own understanding of Sahaja, they must realize that you are chosen for a divine work, which in the history was never performed before. And a mediocre personality, or the one which suddenly changes from one to another, suddenly shows up some sort of a funny behavior, is not meant for Sahaja. The learning of the lesson should be that we are not obliging Sahajoga. It is the Sahajoga that has obliged us. Without even thinking about the consequences, some individuals behave in such a manner that it is atrocious and against God. Those who still are carrying on and are living with all kinds of catches and problems should really leave Sahaja Yoga. That's what we had told you before. It's better to have few wonderful people than to have so many who are about to rot. And that is why the sincerity of purpose has to be there. Sahaja Yoga is much greater than your life, than the lives that you have lived, than all the lives of this world put together. We have to understand what a great thing it is to be a Sahaja Yogi. In any office if you go, and if you become the head of that office, you become even more responsible for committing any mistakes. And everybody watches you. Today you are the leaders of the whole world in spirituality, all of you. Each one of you. But if you do not keep to a standard, to a proper understanding of Sahaja Yoga, which I will say, if you are not a Sahajogi still has problems, better give up. So even now I see some, very few though, people with problems. And when I see Austria without any problems, I think we'll have to have one jail also in Austria for all those who are not all right to go down there and get some training. I would say we should try to see why it has developed so fast in Austria without causing any problems whatsoever. Is it that every person who comes to Sahajog in Austria is something very wonderful? Or is it basically he is a very sincere man or a woman? Or is it that the people who allow them to stay in Sahajoga are themselves are positive and only take people who are top class? Whatever may be the reason, the result is so good that this weapon of Sahajoga gives you confidence. And joy. Like a mother who has children and she sees one child absolutely dependable, responsible, she can rely on them, on that person or that child or that son or that daughter. There's an inner feeling of tremendous relief and confidence. So I want to thank Austria for giving me that confidence. I wish all of you from all the countries will do the same. Not to trouble your leaders, but try to improve yourself in such a manner that there are no problems of any kind. The problem that comes in the West is of a varied nature, no doubt. But because West is ego-oriented, our attention always is outside. Apart from that, we catch wrong things. We also see wrong things in others and nothing in ourselves. If you start seeing what is wrong in us, especially as related to your own country, what are the bad things you have imbibed from your own country? What are the bad things that are being accepted in your country which are very dangerous and detrimental, even destructive? That has trickled down into your own personality. If we all see that point very clearly within ourselves, try to note it down and watch yourself. Where is it lurking? I think you will do the greatest service to your own country. Because whatever goes out of you goes out of that country. It's like the salt. If you have the salt taken out of any food, you don't feel any salt in it. In the same way, when all these things are sucked out of your personality, your country will be helped the most of all. That you had such great people in your own country. I had to come to Salzburg. They said, what is Salzburg? Is a mountain of salt. And who was that? Mozart. I had to come there because of Mozart. One man like him has made such a tremendous difference to this country. See what he writes, how beautifully he feels, as if he's died with Christ. So see what Christ must have faced. Why did Christ have to die? Why he should be crucified? Because he had to see the death. Himself, what is death? Because he is eternal. What an idea. So if one man can do so much with so many people who are realized souls, how much we can do for our country? And once we realize our importance, we can see that our life can lit the beacon of tomorrow's great world. But this light can be hampered by people who do not realize that they have to give light to others. They have to realize that they have to give light to others. That they have to be light themselves. Because of this basic problem of extroversion and aggressiveness, one has to be very, very careful that by becoming a nuisance, we are trying to aggress God and divide. If you are caught up, better keep out of Sahaja Yoga voluntarily and say, I am caught up. I have no business to be in the temple. Instead of that, as the aggressive nature is, we start blaming others. That we may feel happy because our ego is satisfied with that, but it cannot bring us joy. Only our sincerity can give us joy. First of all, we have to be sincere to ourselves. We are here to improve ourselves, to enter into the kingdom of God. Then we have to be extremely careful that we keep ourselves clean and give no problems of a very gross level, of a very cheap level, which I do not know how to stoop down. So the members of Sahaja Yoga have to be not only saying that they are Sahaja Yogis, they have to be Nirmal, following the religion of purity. We believe in purity. We have to be pure, and we are pure. This is what is to be seen. The another thing which very much surprised me, how symbolically, it's so suggestive, The word Kamandan itself is so suggestive. In the Sanskrit language, Kamandal means a water carrier for a saint. A saint carries the water in a kamandal. And kamandal is made out of a white gourd, or you call it a pumpkin, a white one we get in India. And cut it in such a shape that even the handle is attached to the whole thing, like that. And the handle is there. Beautifully shaped. When this dries out, this fruit dries out, then it becomes like a wood and is surprisingly is not spoiled by water. So the saints in those days were not well off like you people are. Used to live in the jungles and forests, and they had to use something to carry water. So they would make water carrier out of that. I feel the shape of this beautiful lake also is something like Kamandan. And the whole thing is an expression that a water container, which is a Kamandan, made for saints, great sadhus and gurus. We are here to cleanse ourselves with the water of this Kamandan. It's very, very symbolic. The Kamandan is the symbol of the void. And so many things today are suggesting and showing that you have come to the right place to achieve something very great. So I am just trying to prepare for tomorrow's puja. That to accept your personality as it is and to live with it is wrong. You have to aspire and achieve a personality which is that of a guru, and tomorrow I am going to tell you what is that. I just wanted you to prepare yourself for that. We have come here to enjoy each other's company, everybody's love, attention, and the knowledge. The vibrations are very good. It's a very peaceful, silent place. And I'm sure all this will be a beautiful, nourishing factor for the establishment of that personality which is the flower of spiritual life. We have to prepare ourselves for that. We need not be depressed or to be aggressive. In the center to see and witness ourselves and in others their greatness. And when you see others, then you feel the greatness, the joy, the peace, the happiness, their contributions, their gestures, their sweetness, their smiles. And in yourself you have to see your thoughts, where they are pricking you. So I hope tomorrow morning before going into puja, all of you will go into meditation and come with that silent mind, where I hope your mother is not like a machine, of course. But my love will act, and you will be in a state of mind which will receive and fill in the kamandal with that love and carry the water for the whole world. It's so nice to see so many of you there. But a mother always has a little fear behind her mind. I hope there are not some people hiding behind the curtain in the garb of Saj Yogis and are going to bite sometime or are going to take away some good souls. So be careful, be watchful. Could be the jackals maybe in your own mind, could be outside. We have to be careful. A day should come when nothing should disturb us, nothing should spoil us. I'm sure it will happen. All of us would be in that state, enjoying the complete bliss and emitting total joy. Niranand. May God bless you. So to celebrate this Guru Puja, I must tell you a story. I wanted to give to every country some sort of a present. And I went for shopping, was a busy housewife. I was tired, absolutely walking and walking and walking. Couldn't get anything sensible. Came back home, very tired. And then at the door, somebody rang the bell. And a little boy, not very small, I think, about 22 years of age maybe, appeared on the doorstep and said, he has got some paintings to sell. I said, really? Let's have a look. And I got beautiful paintings. I said, why did I go all the way, walking all the way and feeling so tired? But immediately after seeing the paintings, all my fatigue disappeared. So beautiful. So I think the Divine is helping me to communicate, to talk to you in the way I want to, by doing these little things so important and so beautifully. So, we have to distribute these presents today. That's how we are going to start our Guru Puja in a joyous manner. May God bless you.
अब हम सभी मिलकर श्री माता जी की आरती करेंगे।
सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने अवतार, माँ कितने अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा। तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया, सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में हो माँ, बैठ के दिल में हो माँ। लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधुर संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधुर संगीत सुन लो। होए सके जो सेवा, होए सके जो सेवा, हमसे करा देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी। श्री निर्मला नमो नमः। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
call it Mataji.